This video is how to use MetaMask Portfolio. I'm going to show you how to use all of these features on the left-hand side: buying, selling, swapping, bridging. I'll leave all of the timestamps for those features down in the description if you want to skip ahead. From here though, we're going to load our MetaMask wallet into the portfolio feature. So if you don't have a wallet at all, I'll leave the installation and setup guide video down in the description. You can get set up with a wallet within 5 minutes. If you do have your extension set up, then we can just go to the portfolio feature easily via this icon right here on the right hand side. So if you do have your MetaMask set up, then, assuming the seed phrase is in this wallet in the extension, you can control and spend funds from this wallet. So it's all set up. So when you click portfolio, it should automatically load your accounts into portfolio as well. For the sake of this guide, I've disconnected them all. So we're going to connect MetaMask. And then from here, it's going to ask you, hey, you've got a MetaMask set up already. Which accounts do you want to load into the dashboard? I'm just going to add this one account for the time being. So we're going to go ahead and press next, connect, and that should slowly load all of the balances and other information that the wallet has. Now from here as well, we can go to our settings and we can add in lots of different accounts. So within MetaMask, you have your wallet set up and you have your seed phrase. You can create multiple different what they call accounts. These are different wallet addresses, but they're all linked to the same seed phrase. And so they're all linked to the same MetaMask that you have installed. So I've loaded one, but we're going to go to settings. So in the right-hand corner, you can click this and go to settings. But in the dashboard up here, there's a settings icon as well. Takes you through to the same place, and you can see accounts right here. So I've got one loaded, which is the main account one of the wallet that I have, in my extension. From here, if you want to add an account, go to the right-hand corner, add accounts. So from here, we can add another MetaMask wallet. So if you have other accounts that you've set up already, these are different wallet addresses linked to the same wallet, the same seed phrase. You can add them in right here. If you have other wallet, you can see this is view only. So if you want to just view a wallet, you can go and get the public address of that wallet, load it in. You can see all of the balances and everything that's happening. But of course, it's a view only wallet because you don't have the seed phrase, so you can't control it from here, but you can view it. Now they also have these two as well, Binance and Coinbase. So if you click these, you're going to have to go in and log into your either Binance or Coinbase account and link the APIs there, and then they can view the assets that you have in those wallets as well. Now you won't be able to do anything from them. They're view only because obviously you can't control them from MetaMask, but you can load them there. So I'm going to view and transact MetaMask wallet because this is the wallet that I've loaded into this extension. I have the seed phrase, therefore I can control it. So I'm going to click this, go over to my account 2, click this on, press next, connect, and that's loaded in the second wallet. So it's going to load all of the information of that wallet as well. I now have 2 wallets in here, and these are ownership owned, which means the wallet extension that I have loaded and the seed phrase, I can spend money, spend crypto from these wallets. And so not only can I view them, but I can also control assets in them as well right here. So I've got 2 accounts that I've added to my dashboard, and we can view these separately or as a bundle altogether, including all of the assets that I have owned within this wallet. Something else we can do in settings is toggle on and off the networks that we want to use. Because MetaMask is an EVM wallet, an Ethereum-based wallet, there are many networks that are on top of Ethereum now, and MetaMask is trying to bundle them all up to give you a better experience. So if we go to networks, toggle these on and off. If you go over to dashboard here, you should be able to see the 9 networks. These are the ones that I have, but if you go over to accounts and settings, networks, if you just toggle these off, so I toggle a few off, go back to dashboard, you can see 6 networks here. So if you toggle them on, it's going to load the balances and you can see everything there. If you toggle them off, you won't be able to see anything to do with those networks specifically, and they won't be bundled into your account balances. Within the dashboard, we can see all of our token positions, DeFi positions, and also importantly, spending caps. So right here, it's going to give you the dollar balance of all of the assets that you hold. And the one with the largest balance will be at the top. And then it's going to tell you which accounts hold that. Maybe one account, or it's across 2-3 accounts. You can see all of that information here. NFTs, you can see all of the NFT positions. You can also change via accounts that you're looking at. So if you don't want to see all of your accounts, you can just click one of your accounts that is loaded in. You can see which assets are in that account. You can also toggle on and off networks here as well that you're actually viewing. DeFi positions is the same. Transactions is all of the transactions history of all of the accounts that you've loaded. Spending caps is important as well. When you use an application, you have to approve that application to do something with your assets. And that's fine and necessary. But if you don't revoke that permission, then in the future, if you actually, go into a hacked protocol, or maybe the front end has been hacked, and so you're actually signing a malicious contract, what they can do is actually spend the money that you've approved and essentially drain your wallet. So the way we get around that is, if you are giving applications permission to manipulate your assets, that's fine, but you may want to revoke those permissions as well. And that gives you some sort of barrier against getting your wallet drained if you are signing a malicious smart contract. So the way we can do that is looking at spending caps, seeing what we've given applications permission to do. And then if you want to revoke that, you can do. So usually you have to go to something like revoke.cash, but this is actually directly within MetaMask. So I can see here all of the applications that I've given permission to before and the spending cap. So you can actually see the spending cap here on these networks is unlimited. So if I go ahead and sign that smart contract again, I won't have to approve anything, which is easy. But if that smart contract gets hacked, or the front end gets hacked, and I sign a transaction without knowing it, that hacked smart contract or front end has unlimited spending cap to basically drain my wallet. So if I want to revoke that, I can just go here and press revoke. That's going to go through, and I can very easily use my MetaMask to revoke that. I just go through and sign a transaction. Now that's a blockchain transaction, so you do have to pay a blockchain fee. That will be expensive or cheap depending on the network, but you can actually revoke all permissions of that application. So pretty much nothing can happen to the wallet if it doesn't have any permissions to do anything. And you can see that right within MetaMask Portfolio. If you want to receive crypto into your MetaMask Portfolio, you just have to be sure of the account that you're using if you have multiple added. Because even though everything is bundled up here, it's actually all still separate under the surface. So there's 3 bits of information we need. Which asset do we want to receive? Which wallet address or account are we sending it to? And which network are we using? Those 3 things are separate, so we just need to be sure of it. So I'm going to press receive. Receive to, which account do you want to use? These are separate accounts, separate wallet addresses. You have separate balances, and you need to pay gas separately on them as well. So I'm going to use this account right here. This is the account that I want to use. And this account, the address right here is the same address across all of the different networks. So if you're using Base, Optimism, Ethereum mainnet, any of the others, same wallet address for all of those networks. So you just have to choose the account address that you want to send to. So this is the wallet address or the account address that I'm sending to. I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to send some ETH to this wallet address. So I'll go over to my Binance. I'm choosing the coin. I'm choosing the account or the wallet address, and then I'm choosing the network that I want to receive it on. So I'll choose any of these. You can see you can choose any of these that you want. I'll choose Optimism right here. And you can withdraw that from your exchange to the wallet address or the account that you want to receive it to on the network that you want to use. I'll leave some links below to Binance, Bybit, OKX, the other exchanges that I use. You can get deposit and trading bonuses on those if you're new. So you can check the details via the links below. If you're sending assets out of your account, this is where the separation also becomes clear. So you can just find which network and which account that you have those assets on and send from there. It's of course not going to let you send anything that you don't have. So send from, you can choose your different accounts. So I'll choose this account, and then it's going to show me balances for this account only. So this one right here, send to, you can see my accounts right here, right? Because I've added this account into Portfolio. So it says, hey, do you want to send it to this account? So you can just send from one account to another, but that is a blockchain transaction. So yeah, I'm going to choose that one. And it says, yeah, this is connected. So I can easily send between accounts, and then select asset. And it's going to show me all of my balances within this wallet, right? So I've got some funds here on this one. Now, you can't send cross-chain unless you bridge. So this is where it gets a bit confusing. So if you do want to send Ethereum from Optimism to Base, or from Ethereum mainnet to Arbitrum, you can do that through the bridge, but it's going to cost some money, right? So we can't just send between accounts very easily unless we bridge them. So there's 2 ways to do this. The first one is to use the bridge, which I'll show you. The second one is it may be cheaper to actually send your assets into a centralized exchange wait till they clear and settle in the exchange, and then withdraw them from the exchange on the other network that you want to use. That oftentimes works out actually cheaper than using a bridge. But in any case, just to finish off the send transaction, I'm going to send this right here. So this is ETH on the Optimism network. And it says, yes, you've got a balance. How much do you want to send? You can send that. So I'm going to switch to Optimism because it's going to obviously need to sign the transaction. Switch. So I'm on the Optimism network and it says you can send from this account. You can send to any other address. This is the asset that you want to send. And then you can send an amount of ETH. Press send. And it's going to go through with that transaction for you. This is a blockchain transaction, so you'll pay some gas right here. And if you're receiving, it's going to be sent on the Optimism network, and it's going to be received on the Optimism network. This is a send, it's not a bridge, so it has to be on the same network. If you want to send crypto from one network to a different crypto network, then we can do that through bridge, or we can also do that through a centralized exchange as well. I'll show you bridge firstly. So what we can do is send crypto from one network to a different network in the same wallet address. So choose the wallet address that you want to use or the account. So I'm going to choose this one. What this will do is say, hey, you've got a balance on Optimism. We can send it over to the base network. Now, this is using an application known as a bridge, which means we're paying a fee. But I'll show you this and how it works. So we're going to send from Optimism to the base network. And I'm going to send ETH. What we can do is send ETH and then receive ETH on the other chain. However, you can also receive a different token. So if you want to receive USDC, you can do that. What it's going to do is sell the ETH, the amount of dollars that you have that will sell, and then buy the token on the other chain. It's easier just to send and receive the exact same coin though. So let's go ahead. I'm going to send 1 ETH from Optimism. And I expect that to be sent over to the base network. So what will happen is that this balance that is currently on Optimism will be a balance that is now on the base network. But it's the same wallet address on the account that we're using. So what this is going to do is give me a quote as to if I send ETH, how much will I have to pay and how much will I receive? Now you can see that I'm sending 1 ETH, but I'm receiving 0.99128. So I'm paying a fee here. I'm paying a bit of gas. I'm also paying a fee to do this. What it's actually doing is using Stargate Bridge, which is an application. So we can connect our MetaMask to this if we want separately as well, and use this bridge if we want. So I'll show you that. But if you just want to use MetaMask Bridge, which is using Stargate anyway, then come down here, press confirm, and you'll sign the transaction in your wallet. What you'll do is pay the gas fee, you'll pay a fee to Stargate, and also you can see right here, you pay a 0.875% fee to MetaMask as well. I would suggest not doing this. It's entirely unnecessary. So what you can do is go to Stargate Bridge directly, connect your wallet in the top right hand corner, choose the account that you want to use, and then do the exact same thing, right? So you want to send from Optimism, and you want to send ETH. So you can send an amount of ETH right here, and then you want to put that on the base network, something like that, and choose the amount of ETH, right? And you can choose the amount that you send. Now, it's exactly the same, but you're not paying the fee to MetaMask. So I would suggest using the bridge like that if you want to use a bridge. Same account, same wallet address, but you can get assets from one network to another. That's fine, and it does work. However, I don't usually use bridges. They are very prone to hacks because they deal with large amounts. So what you can also do is just go to the send feature, take the ETH that you have or the other asset. If the centralized exchange supports it, send it into that exchange and then just withdraw it on the other network. For smaller assets, this doesn't really work, but for larger assets like stablecoins or ETH, you can very easily send in and then send out, and you're basically using the centralized exchange as a bridge, and you kind of get around the whole bridging thing. You don't have to pay the fees. We can also use the swap feature within MetaMask Portfolio if we want to swap one crypto to another on the same network. So again, we just need to choose the account that we're using and also the network that we want to use. So I'm going to choose this account, and that means that I need assets within this account on the network that I want to use. And of course, each network is separate, which means that if we're using a network, we need gas on that network to pay for the transaction and the gas fees and the blockchain fees. So these networks right here, you can use these. Most of them use ETH for gas. Ethereum, Optimism, Base, Arbitrum, they use ETH for gas. So you need ETH in those networks. For example, BNB uses BNB coin, Avalanche uses AVAX. So again, different networks, different gas coin that you need to pay for transactions. I sent some ETH to my Optimism address on this account. So I'm going to swap that into some USDC. So choose the asset that you have, choose the asset that you want to swap into. You can search there and then choose the amount that you want to swap. And the advanced options here, slippage tolerance is the difference between the price quote that you get given and the actual price that's traded. So if there's a large slippage, that means that you may get a worse trade by a certain percent. If you allow for 3% slippage, your trade may be worse by 3%. So I'm going to change this down to 1%. That's fine for me. I know that this slippage is not too low because it's a large liquid token. 1% is a huge amount of slippage, but that's fine for me for this quote. If you're trading smaller assets, the slippage may have to be higher. In any case, we're swapping some ETH for USDC, get quotes. It's going to search a range of DEXs for me and give me the best price quote or trade at the current time. So I'm going to be swapping some ETH into USDC, and you can see here 3 quotes that I got given. So this is the best quote overall. So if you click through here, it shows you the details. Now, it doesn't show you the exchange that it's using. It's actually using a separate exchange, like an application. And also they put their huge fee of 0.875% on top of this trade. So I wouldn't recommend using this unless it's like a small trade and you don't really care. You just want to get it done, right? And it's easy, then fine. You can use this. You can go ahead and press swap and that will swap. However, what I would suggest is going over to a decentralized exchange or an exchange aggregator like 1inch and connecting your wallet. So connect wallet, MetaMask, connect on the account and the network. So press connect, and I've actually directly connected to the 1inch exchange. Now from here, I can use 1inch exchange. I can swap ETH to, anything else, which we had, USDC, and I can swap it directly on 1inch. That gets me around the 0.875% fee on MetaMask, completely unnecessary. So you can use an exchange aggregator like that. If you want tutorials on that, I've got those all linked down in the description below. There's also a buy and sell feature on MetaMask Portfolio. What they're actually doing here is sending you over to third parties to go ahead and sign up for an account, buy the crypto with a card, and then they send that crypto into your MetaMask wallet. So I'll go through the process here. Firstly, buy and sell. So we choose the account that we want to get the crypto into when we're buying. So this account, choose the region that you're in, and then choose the currency that you want to pay with. This may be patchy depending on which country or region that you're in. So you may have different options, but in any case, we choose the asset that we want and the network that we want to send it to. So here, I'm going to choose Ethereum. I'm going to choose ETH. So I'm sending ETH on the Ethereum mainnet. If I want it on a different network, let's choose Optimism. Same asset. Now I've got it on the Optimism network. So that will send ETH to my Optimism network, but it's the same account address. Now we can choose the payment option. You can see them here. Now, again, different countries, different options. So you've got Cash App here, you've got PayPal, you've got debit or credit card. So let's do debit or credit card. On the right-hand side, it says, this is the cheapest quote right now. So I want to buy $100 worth of ETH. I'm actually going to get $98.30 of ETH. So there's a fee in here, a couple of percent, right? Now, what we're going to do is continue, and it's going to take me through to this third party. What I have to do here is sign up for an account with this third party. So this is a fiat on and off ramp, right? So what I'm going to have to do is sign up for an account. I'm going to have to go through, tell them my residence. I'm going to have to do KYC. I'm going to have to put my card details in. I'm going to have to go through with that transaction. And then after a few minutes, after all of that, they'll send the crypto into this wallet address right here on the network that you've chosen. That's fine. It works. It's fairly simple. If you want to use PayPal, maybe a bit simpler. And it sends the crypto in, so no issues. I would recommend actually having a crypto exchange though, like Coinbase, Binance, OKX, Bybit. They're going to be way cheaper, way more reliable, lots more choice, and it's really the thing to have. Then you can buy your crypto there and send it out to your MetaMask account. Like I said, deposit bonuses below as well, where you can get deposit and trading bonuses on those accounts. With these guys, the fees are much, much higher and just kind of less reliable overall, but they are an option. If you have some Ethereum that you want to stake, you can also do that through MetaMask Portfolio. There's two options, validator staking and liquid staking. Validator staking is for people with at least 32 ETH, and you actually spin up a brand new Ethereum validator. You're actually using something called Consensus Staking. Consensus is a company that builds and runs MetaMask. They also build and run infrastructure on Ethereum. And you can see that right here. Consensus Staking is the platform that we're using. So basically, we're giving them 32 ETH. They spin up a validator, and we have our own Ethereum validator. We get rewards directly from the Ethereum blockchain. Current APR is 3.1%. MetaMask is taking a 10% fee out of the rewards rate as well. So as you can see, 4 days to spin that up, choose at least 32 ETH, and you can just stake it. They set up the validator, it takes 4 days. Pretty simple. So you can sign the transaction if you have 32 ETH in your wallet. Liquid staking is for normal investors who, don't have 32 ETH, but they still want to stake. What we're actually doing here, again, is using MetaMask to use other applications. There's two applications that are supported. One is Lido, which is the most popular, and one is Rocket Pool. You can see, I'll just stick to ETH here. The rewards rate is 3%. So if you have some ETH in your account, what you'll actually do is go ahead and use Lido to stake. So we press stake, and instead of going over to the Lido application and having to do it there, we can use our account here. We can choose an amount of ETH that we have. And as you can see, what we do is we put the ETH with Lido, they stake, they run everything, and they pass the rewards back to us, and they take a 10% fee or whatever it is. We get this token in our wallet, which is staked ETH, STETH. This represents the Ethereum that we have staked. And so this will accrue the staking rewards. So as you can see, this is how much you would earn if you staked 1 ETH monthly and yearly. And you can press stake right here. You have to pay a blockchain transaction on the Ethereum mainnet, go through it, it's going to stake your ETH and you get staked ETH. Now, there's many other ways to do this as well. For example, staked ETH is a token that you can just buy and then earn the rewards if it's in your wallet. So for example, on Bybit, you can actually just go ahead and buy staked ETH directly. This cuts out the transaction fees on Ethereum. So you can get, cheaper costs, and you can actually stake more of your ETH. From here, you can leave it in your Bybit account, and it's going to accrue the staking rewards, or you can just simply withdraw it like any other token into your MetaMask account. A bit complex, and so I'll leave a video on this down in the description, which goes through the whole entire thing if you are looking to stake Ethereum. But within MetaMask, you can do it, but the fees may be a little high, so you may choose the other options. I'll leave all the other helpful video guides linked down in the description, the exchange bonus links down there as well. I'm James, this is MyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.